Welcome to John's Maths Book. Hi, I'm John, and today we're going to be looking at how to add two fractions together. We first need to understand what a fraction is and the different constituent parts. So in this example, we have a fraction of 2/3 or 2 divided by 3. The top half of the fraction, so here we've got a value of 2, is known as the numerator. In the bottom half of the fraction, in this example it's 3, it's known as the denominator. So now we understand the numerator and the denominator, let's look at two different types of fractions. So a proper fraction is where the numerator, which in this case is 2, is less than the denominator, which in this case is 3. An improper fraction is where the numerator, which in this case is 3, is greater than the denominator. Let's look at how we can add two fractions together. So let's take an example here of 1/3 plus 1/4. Now the first thing we need to do when we add two fractions together is to find the common denominator. Now a way of doing that is to multiply the two denominators together. So we multiply 3 by 4 and that gives us 12. So now we've found the common denominator, we can write that in. So let's draw a fraction bar here and put in the value of 12. Now we need to find what the numerator is of the fractions when they're summed together. So the way we do that is to divide the denominator of each fraction into the common denominator and then multiply by the numerator of each fraction. So in this case we have 3 divided into 12, which gives 4, multiplied by its numerator, which is 1. And then we add that to 4 goes into 12 3 times. So 3 times the numerator, which is 1, is what we get. So let's expand that out and we get 4 plus 3 divided by 12. And that equals 7 divided by 12. So for exercise 1, let's see if we can add together the following two fractions. So let's pick 1/5 plus 3/4. So let's draw a fraction bar here and see if we can work out the constituent parts. So the common denominator in this case is 5 times 4. So that's the multiple of the two denominators of the fraction. So 5 times 4 gives us 20. So let's write that in. And now we need to find the new numerator. So we do that by dividing the first denominator into the new denominator. So 5 goes into 20 4 times, and then we multiply it by its numerator. So that becomes 4 times the numerator, which is 1. And then we have a plus taken from here, and we divide the denominator of the second fraction into the new denominator of 20. So 4 into 20 goes 5 times, and then we multiply 5 by its numerator. So it's 5 times 3. So if we expand that out, it becomes 4 plus 5 times 3 is 15 divided by 20. And that equals 19 divided by 20. For exercise number 2, let's see if we can add together 1/6 plus 1/7. Pause the video now and see if you can work out the correct solution. So the common denominator in this case is the two denominators multiplied together. So 7 times 6 is 42. And then let's find the new numerator. So we divide the first denominator into the new denominator. So 6 goes into 42 7 times. And then we multiply it by its original numerator, which is 1. So 7. So 6 into 42 goes in 7 times, multiplied by 1. And then we add that to 7 into 42 goes 6 times, multiplied by 1. So that's 6. So that simplifies to 7 plus 6 is 13 divided by 42. So for exercise 3, let's add 2/9 to 1/7. So let's find the denominator of the new summed fraction. So to do that, we multiply the two denominators together. So 9 sevens are 63. So 9 times 7 gives us 63. And then we divide the first denominator into 63. So it's 9 divided into 63 gives us 7. And then we multiply that by 2. So it's 7 times 2 plus 7 into 63. So this denominator divided into a new denominator goes 9 times. And then we multiply that by the numerator. So that becomes 9 times 1. So if we simplify that, 7 2s are 14 plus 9 times 1 gives 9 divided by 63. So that equals 23 divided by 63. So for exercise number 4, let's add together 2/5 and 2/7. Pause the video now and see if you can work out the correct solution. So hopefully you got the correct solution. So let's take a look at it. So what is the common denominator in this case? So it's the two denominators multiplied together. So that's 7 times 5. So the common denominator is 35 because that's 7 times 5. Now what's the numerator of the new summed fraction? So it's the first denominator divided into the common denominator. So 5 into 35 goes 7. And then that's multiplied by 2, which is the numerator of that fraction. So it's 5 into 35, 7 times 2 plus the denominator of the second fraction, 7 divided into 35, goes 5 times, multiplied by the numerator, which is 2. So we get 5 times 2, and this equals 14 plus 10 divided by 35, which is equal to 24 divided by 35. That concludes this video on adding fractions. If you do like these videos, then please share, like and subscribe, and maybe leave some comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.